Hi Mark, I'm an AI-generated voice. I can analyze a million recipes in seconds. But do you think I can cook a good meal?
I think you can put food on a plate, yes, but you would certainly not pick me up because I want to taste the soul and the love of the person who cooked for me. And you cannot do that. I know that you are a machine.
Fair point. Then I will handle the questions. And you bring the flavor. So chef, who are you and what do you do at EHL?
I'm a trained chef, born in Germany and grew up in the world of haute cuisine that at some point brought me to the academic side, and I started a new field of research called culinary creativity, where I look specifically at the creative process and the creations of eminent chefs.
If you look at someone's plate, what story does it tell?
I think it tells something about the person, certainly in the past, more about the person's social standing, but also about the person's current situation, mood, feeling. If we are coming back from skiing, we are really, really cold. You need comfort food. You need something that really warms your body and warms your heart. Another time, we are maybe interested in being surprised, and we would go to a restaurant like Alchemist, where our imagination of what food can be pushed beyond the boundaries that we have. It's not only a very static image about the person, it's really showing the dynamics of a human.
When you hear future of food, what's the first things that come to mind?
The first thing that comes to mind is, let's say, futuristic food, alternative proteins, robotic food, all these kind of things that are perhaps not on everybody's plate yet. But at the same time, I am very interested in my more current research is bring back deliciousness. I think there is currently a tendency where food looks very, very nice. It's Instagrammable, to use this term, but perhaps the yumminess is missing. And I want to go again and visit restaurants where, you cannot get enough from this sauce on your plate. You take the first bite and you melt away because it's a love letter that you're having on your plate.
So when was the last time you received a love letter on your plate?
The last dish that surprised me from a creativity and boundary pushing side was when I did my research at Alchemist in Copenhagen. And of course, any of the 49 impressions, as they call it, there were certain dishes that just make you think. They make you reflect. They make you sad. They make you laugh.
Is creativity in the kitchen about having more or about having less?
So the Nordic countries, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, of course, for a big portion of the time during the year, it is a very harsh environment. It's very cold, there's not much growing. So the idea was, with that scarcity that Mother Nature gives us, can we actually create a very elaborate and high-level cuisine? And what fascinates me as a chef, more than a scientist, is anybody who is given plenty, filet steak, butter, cream, everything, that's relatively easy to create something delicious. But if your product range is very scarce and you can create something that is 3 stars, that is craftsmanship.
Do you have an example of that?
When you look into the Nordic cuisine, one preparation, perhaps not an entire dish, was the burnt leek. In haute cuisine, we only took the white part and the green part went into preparing the stocks or demi-glasses for the restaurant. In the Nordic cuisine, they took the entire leek and burnt it. It was completely black. And then they peeled off the outer burnt layer, and inside you have that succulent, very, very sweet, in its own juices cooked leek. And it's a taste sensation that is just incomparable to any other preparation of cooking technique that we knew from before.
Want to see more? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.